Things that meow.
Hug it out.
I've heard of these in movies.
What is this, Disneyland?
Tell your friends we're never a bore. You haven't heard it like this before. Yes, it's time to explore the things we care for. And though your jaw may hit the floor, we're still the weirdos you adore. We're the weirdos next door.
Hello, this is Nobi, he, him.
And this is Nicole, they, she.
And together we are...
The Weirdos Next Door.
We're getting so good. We're really starting to really get our harmonizing down. Okay. We're going to play a card here of the And One game. And this top one I just pulled, I think might be a good one. The first time we met, what do you remember thinking about me that still holds true now? That's a great question.
He gives good hugs.
That's a given. That's true.
But
What?
you know that's like one of my default things.
Okay, but
I literally bumped into you and ran away. I was like, oh god, he's cute. And I just ran into him like an idiot.
what still hold? What I remember thinking was it? You were a little. You felt a little awkward.
But me,
around me, and then like
no.
And then usually you're not, but then sometimes you get those like mind moments where you're like, I'm sorry for existing. It's like, and I'm like,
that's the depression talking.
yeah, I know. All right, well, that was a quick one. Want to do another one?
Sure.
All right, we'll do a quick one here.
Hey, that's a cute fucking cat you have there.
Hi, Kit Kat. Smooch. All right, we're actually sitting in our great room. We'll call this a great room. Living room, middle of the living room. So hopefully you can't hear the aquarium
Too much.
We threw a towel over that. Last time we threw a towel, we left it.
I think I had it touching the
The water.
the water ever so slightly.
The water will have dropped like an inch in a day. We're like, what was that?
Like, it's been that dry?
It has not been that dry. All right. When do you think I need space, and are you giving it to me? Well, that's a good question. When, like, you know, when you get a little like aggro in like the kitchen, like stuff, and like I do the same thing too. It's just like, it's kind of like, oh, I'm gonna go over here to this other room and deal with this, or I'm gonna go look at the chickens. It's kind of let you kind of beat the. You know, sometimes you gotta like
process whatever you need to process on your
you
own.
gotta shake some things up. Sometimes you gotta clean some pots and pans. You know.
Yeah, no, it was like that weekend a few weeks ago. You were just in a mood, but it was also corresponded with a weekend that I had shit to do like every single day. So I was just like, all right, this is how we're starting. I'm just gonna shower and leave because I don't know. I don't have time to deal with this. So I'm just gonna go.
That was probably a good call. All right, okay. One more. Tell me something I already know but always forget. There's a lot of them for me.
There's a lot of those for both of us.
No, you remember everything.
Not everything.
I forget everything. You're the one always telling me like, oh, we already did that. Like what? And like I'm watching a movie and I'm like, it seems vaguely familiar, and like I probably watched it like 3 times before, but just forgot. Like, what are we watching now? We were watching that. I was like, I'm going like, hey.
We were just watching Contagion, and we watched it not too long ago.
Yeah, I felt like, and you were calling everything. We wanted to see Contagion just when the pandemic broke out, and we couldn't find it at that time streaming on any of our streaming platforms, but it just came out, so we finally got to watch it, and it's pretty much on the money.
Yep.
Except they had a very high accelerating, spreading virus. So I don't know what is it? R number? What R number?
The R naught.
R. Oh yeah.
They were talking about it at like the beginning of the pandemic. I don't know what R naught is now.
R naught, and it's like a code, right?
It's how many people a single person can infect.
It's R1. R2, but it's not like just like linear. It's like exponential, right? It's like it just gets bigger.
Yeah, well, because it's that if you've slept with 6 people, you have to think about the 6 people that each of those 6 people
Yeah.
have. Like, yeah, it's exponential.
Yeah.
It's how numbers work. If each person can infect 15 people, it's, 15 to the whatever power.
Should we keep going, or do we want to like stop here and?
Let's do another one, I guess.
All right, you can read.
If you had to start our relationship over again, what would you do differently?
I would have had you over to the beach house as early as I could have, because like you literally only spent
We had one date there.
it was like, and then the next day I was out of the house.
Yeah, you were moving like the next weekend. You were moving with the family. Because I think I was in the middle of your frenzy week.
Yes, a frenzy week. We can talk about that in another thing. All right. Oh, oh yeah.
Besides the beach house,
What was the question again?
if we could start our relationship over, what would you do differently? I wish I'd been more assertive about my needs.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I know that I people please to a fault. Trauma response. So I people please, so I made myself very small.
Yeah.
And in turn hurt my own feelings because I can't fault you or the other person involved.
You used to like sleep on the very edge of the bed.
Well, that was
when you slept in my bed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to understand we started in a queen bed with 3 people.
Oh yeah, we had 3 people.
And one person was a starfish, and then there was you, and then me on the edge. So yeah, like towards part of the night, I would slowly get kind of like squished off to the side of the bed. But yes, I made myself physically and emotionally small.
Yeah.
Like I definitely put my needs aside,
Yeah.
and then just had a bunch of unmet needs, just like juggling them around. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do with these.
Yeah.
You're too busy, and
I don't know. It probably would have been smarter to like start off a little slower,
Oh,
because
absolutely.
we were pretty quick and pretty much jumped into like a relationship
Yeah.
pretty quickly. And so that, I think, the onus of that on top of on a pretty new relationship,
Yeah.
pretty much, I think, just like was just like set up for a lot of situations where
Yeah.
we would have like, blowouts and things like that.
Yeah, and so I think, like, it's interesting. I feel like so far we've kind of had like 3 stages in
Yeah.
our relationship. We have the time in between us starting to date and buying the house,
Yeah.
like that 6-month, just the honeymoon period.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Once we all moved in together,
yeah, officially.
like full time,
Yeah.
and that's where things started
Well,
unraveling.
it wasn't just us all moving in together. It was also the stress of the renovation and figuring out how to exist with not only the 3 of us, but your family,
Yeah.
and then occasionally my family.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And again, at that point we'd only been together for 6 months. The main part of the largest part of the renovation was done by Thanksgiving that year. We moved in at the beginning of October officially,
Right.
and by Thanksgiving the majority of our shit was done.
We were able to have our Friendsgiving.
Yeah, our Friendsgiving / housewarming.
Right. And I didn't know we had like, welcomed convicted felons into our house that night. But whatever.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Moving on.
Bad choices were
you-
made.
Would you like to pull another card?
I feel like we're still talking about this
Oh,
one.
we are? All right, what?
And then like second stage,
Oh, yes.
like renovations / a lot of adjustments, because there were also like at the end of the renovation, lots of work schedules started changing. I was having car issues, so we were also down a vehicle
Yeah.
and trying to figure out how the fuck to pay for it.
Yeah.
You know, the other person we were living with also had vehicle troubles. Like, it was just a hot fucking mess for that whole time period. But the good thing that came out of that was, because of those changing schedules, you and I really made a concerted effort to get back to basics, and like we really worked on the foundation of our relationship. And like that period is why I think we're still here today, like, to be completely honest with you. Because you and I got down to brass tacks, had a lot of really, really great talks, and were able to kind of like go back and touch on a lot of the deeper stuff that we didn't get to, that we were too like frenzied and honeymooned and sparkly,
Yeah.
glittered up at the beginning to actually deal with, to see if we could actually be compatible long term.
What actually helped was, really helped was, we essentially, all the talking and the work we did, we worked that into a contract between us.
Yeah, it's like our cohabitation agreement,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, yeah. And we even like negotiated
Our breakup.
a breakup thing, and then like, you know, a break-anniversary, getting together and sort of like remembering the good.
Yep.
So,
Like, and I do. I think that, like, even discussing how, I mean, that's one of my favorite things, honestly, that you and I have ever done, is discussing the how would we want to end this if we ever got to that point. And it's not that either of us ever want to, but the fact that we've had the discussion of how do we want to speak to each other. Like, we want to stay respectful. We want to stay kind and empathetic and caring for one another. We don't want this to end horribly or,
I think
meanly. We want it to be amicable and still be a part of each other's lives.
if there's, so we negotiate a thing, like, you know, we take a little time out, or, you know, a bit of time. And I think that's a good protocol to have, because sometimes it's, you know, blurting out stuff at the, you know, at the heat of the moment.
It's too easy to be mean to each other when things go bad.
Yeah, and there's really no need to be mean.
Yeah.
I
Because
think
it's again also protecting against the fact that the two of us can say some very, very mean things to each other, because we know how to choose our words very well.
No.
Yeah. So we can be incredibly vicious if we want to be.
Yep.
And again, that's not how either of us want this to end if it came there.
TBH, though, we've never spoken to each other super viciously.
No.
Honestly, there's been a lot of like energy, a lot of like,
and
a lot of anger,
and like that one like little offhanded comment that like you might have not meant quite that mean, but it got interpreted in a really mean way.
and then we spiraled.
And
Yay.
like it
Not yay.
happens.
Well, it does happen, and it's one of those things where that we take time to talk about it.
Yeah.
And also, playing this game was very helpful for us as well.
Yeah.
How many did you read? Is that 3?
No, that was only one, but we discussed that. Oh, then stage 3 of the relationship has kind of been probably pandemic on.
Oh God.
Like the officially like more together 24/7. So I think that's kind of when stage 3 started, and we kind of, I don't know, stage 3 kind of we've got a little comfortable and complacent.
Yeah.
Not that like it's caused necessarily problems. It's just that like, I mean, we've touched on it before about like.
Hold on. Rocket, lie down, little shithead. Now. Don't run clack around with your big ass nails.
I'm working on it.
I know. Oh yeah, it's charged.
Yeah, I think stage 3 would be pandemic forward, where we've gotten kind of like comfortable and complacent, and we've touched previously on like lack of intimacy and things like that. And I think it's just like our energy is really low, our batteries are low, our brains are in weird places.
Oh yeah, and to like so much shit going on in the world. And of course, I did the whole doom scrolling thing for like a good 6-7 months. I still do occasionally. And you as well.
Yep.
You do that too. So kind of we start bringing us down and starts messing with our brains.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of like the up and down. So we've kind of been working our way out of the pandemic complacency stage. So I think we might be, slowly moving into stage 4, whatever that's going to be.
Well, it's interesting that you put it that way because it's kind of like almost like chapters. Weirdos movie. The Weirdos Next Door, the movie. There was a Weirdos Next Door.
There was.
It'll have to be the Weirdos Next Door podcast.
The movie.
The movie.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh no. It was like the movie. No, movie. Colon. Oscopy. Movie colon. The Weirdos Next Door podcast. Movie.
Here.
The Weirdos Next Door podcast movie. Oh, that works. That sounds good. It's a pod movie. No, it's a podcast.
Wah, wah.
Oh gosh. Okay, well, it's have to be the Weirdos. Anyway.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what stage 4 will bring us.
Yeah. Me too.
I mean, I think this weekend will be a good, like, little taster back into that.
Yeah, getting back meet to a little convention, meet some people from a community that we used to hang out with, but after the pandemic, nothing.
Haven't seen.
So, and it's gonna be awkward, and I'm gonna be in a wheelchair because my sciatica is flaring up.
There's nothing wrong with mobility aids.
I figure I might as well just, wear a crown and a robe, and you just push me around. And so it was like, I really don't need this, but this is for the effect. That'd be funny. Anyway.
You got to make it dramatic.
No, I have a flair. I do have a flair. Did we answer that question?
Yeah, I think we did. What would we do differently? Yeah.
Yeah. One more, and then we're gonna close out.
What do you think I value most in our relationship now?
I could be crass and say like the house, but
Because I'm such a gold digger.
oh man, no.
I'm a gold digger.
No.
Yeah.
We'll have to make up a contract for that. All that stuff. I think we did work a bunch of it in, didn't we?
I mean, not the nitty gritty official.
Yeah.
We've been talking, and we've talked about discussing that in an episode as far as like wills and HEPA and
Oh, yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
The nitty gritty of the age gap.
All right. What was the question again?
What do you think I value most in our relationship now?
I think you value. Okay, like my company, right? No.
Your hot tookus.
That too. But no, wait. What's the question again?
What do you think I value most in our relationship?
I don't know why you're with me. You know what I think you value most in our relationship is like how easy it is for us to like communicate and talk, and how like we may be having a bad day, but if we like just pull a few cards of the end relationship game and we remind ourselves of the good things. And I think it's good to focus on those sometimes. It's very therapeutic, cathartic. Shut up. You can just call me the doctor. I'll be the doctor. The doctor is in.
Papa Doctor.
Pop Doctor? Papa Bear Doctor.
Papa Doctor.
No, Dr. Papa Bear.
No, that's too easy.
Oh, that sounds like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Papa Bear. Dr. Pepper Bear.
Yeah, I would have to say it's probably like the stability and trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? You of me.
What do I think you value most?
Yes.
Smudge.
Okay, that's a given. That's totally a given. You know that.
The fact that I pick up Smudge's poop and you don't have to.
Well, that's two, but that's also like, you know, that's the agreement we had for like for me allowing pets in here. So no, okay. Joking aside.
The actual one.
Well,
That when I do feel like cooking, I make tasty food.
true. Even when you don't feel like cooking, you make tasty food, or we order. Order delivery. At least we haven't done like. Have we done fast food delivery?
No.
No,
we
okay,
haven't.
good. Okay. Because that, you know,
I mean, I haven't even got a grocery order delivered. Like.
No, we did. We had for a while. Didn't we have those like the
Well,
weird,
we had
weird
the imperfect
vegetables?
box.
Right, imperfect.
We had that, but like we haven't had like that. We haven't had an actual like delivery from Vaughn's.
Oh yeah, Vaughn's and even Ralph's and CVS keep hitting me up with all these texts like, "Would you like home delivery?" Blah blah. Blah. And I think they make money somehow.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. They charge for it, don't they?
Yeah.
But something about they always say it's something that's free or something. They're trying to trick
It's like
me.
free for your first order.
And then you can cancel after your first order, or you can
Sometimes.
or you have to do.
Yeah, you have to like
more.
commit to a 6-month.
Oh yeah, no.
Thing or something like that to get that. Yeah.
No. Speaking of which, we do have to really binge some shows because we're on trials for Stars and Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to watch
Dexter.
Dexter.
And the First Lady.
First Lady.
And the new Dexter. And
the new Dexter.
Yellow Jackets. We need to talk about Bill Cosby.
What were we looking for initially?
Oh,
that you signed up for the wrong one.
We were looking for the damn Spider-Mans.
Yes.
And still only the fucking first one was on anything.
You know what? I don't know why Sony and Marvel, you guys gotta just
hug it out.
Hug it out. Have a few beers or lattes or whatever you do, and just hug it out.
Just work it out.
You know, we just see one universe, the MCU, right? But you keep trying to divide it up. It doesn't work that way with us. You're gonna lose us.
Tom Holland is everyone's.
Yeah, and also, and while you're listening, I want to see a lot more Shang-Chi showing up in cameos from now on, even in small stuff too, like in animation too. Also, animation.
Well, we haven't finished the What If series yet. We need to finish that before we.
What series?
The What If series.
I think I tried to watch that and it was kind of hard.
It is hard. It's a different animation style.
And there's also whatchamacallit? WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision we need to finish too.
Okay, now I did go a little bit further. So after the first 3 or 4 episodes, it gets better because I think it gets more contemporary. Mm-hmm. But the older, the gags, the satires on, the Dick Van Dyke Show and all that kind of stuff were they're just tedious. Mm. They were funny the first time. A remake, exactly all the same dialogue. It's boring AF. Hmm. So, but then when it gets more contemporary, it's oh, you get it. It's it's more fresh. See,
I need to give it a chance. Oh, we still need to finish Moon Knight also, and I feel like Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be coming out soon.
I gotta get you to finish. Oh, the final episode of Picard season 2, which I guarantee you'll be happy. It'll make you smile. You might even get like two.
And then we have the series finale of This Is Us too.
Oh fuck. Okay.
That show.
All right. So how about we end this now? Wait, did we answer this question?
I mean, I haven't given the serious answer, I guess. What do I think you value most in our relationship now? I mean, I'd probably say the same, the stability and trust.
It's really hard to see us breaking up.
Yep.
Really, I mean, it's like I think
You're kind of sort of stuck with me.
mighta coulda happened like during the big turmoil, the big with the breakup that I had with
Well, I mean,
my other partner and our roommate.
had things been off by even like a week or two, I mean, I had already told you that I was looking for a place, and it wasn't an ultimatum like I'm moving out, our relationship will end. Like I still wanted to be with you and be part of our polycule.
You just didn't want to share in the space.
I couldn't be in the energy in this house at that time. It was way too hard.
I apologize. I know I contributed a lot to that.
Well, and I think I told you, like, when everything finally came to a head for me, it was that I realized I was having the same feelings from that I used to have when I would avoid going home to my family member's house here. I would stay at work until super late at night, or go out and do other stuff instead of come home. Like I would find some way to fill my time instead of going home. And so that's when I was like, shit, this isn't okay.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Like, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
And that's when I finally told you, like, I can't do this.
Yeah. All right. What else? Did I answer? I answered.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how about
we just try to find a lighter one to
Oh, okay, sure.
to clean. Okay, I like this one. Fill in the blank. I love you the most when blank.
I love you the most when you pack my J's.
I haven't done that in
I know.
a long time. Your kid taught me how to do that.
I love you the most when... Is that the question?
Yeah, I love you the most when blank.
When you're happy. I mean, I always try to make you happy.
You do a pretty good job.
The only problem is sometimes when we're both troughing in our like
Yeah.
EQ whatever shit, our biorhythms, and we start like just we become two slugs, like brrr.
Yeah.
That's bad. And then plants die. We at least move around to feed the animals.
Care for the animals.
Except one time I think we let the chickens go a little dry on water for like half a day or
Yes,
longer.
we did.
Yes, that was bad.
I did check it the other day. They're good.
Okay. Yeah, I see now. I want to design something that has a float, a weighted float that sits inside the water, and even on top of the grain, and like a monofilament line, fishing line, coming all the way up and coming out of the hole on the outside of the tube, and they're being like attached like another weight, like some kind of bobble or whatever. And so when you see it rise all the way to the top, you know that like the level of the stuff
like
is at the bottom.
a little flag.
And it goes, yeah, seriously, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying. That's what's in my mind. I'm just like haven't been able to get there. Now you saw I did drag out the 10-foot piece
you
of
moved the
4-inch
big tube.
PVC. I moved the big 4-inch PVC pipe out because like okay, if I put it in my line of sight on a regular basis, I will probably end up laying some tools next to it in a couple weeks.
ADHD and object permanence is great.
It has to be rubbed in for me, I guess.
No, it's an ADHD thing. We have issues with object permanence. It even applies to people.
What?
When you're not seeing people regularly, for us, it's like they don't fucking exist. In the most lovingly way I could mean.
Yeah.
If you're not right there,
Our brains.
we have a hard time remembering. We also have time blindness issues, which is why we're so able to be like, oh no, I just talked to that person like 2 weeks ago. It's been like 4 months. We're terrible. But you love me the most when I'm happy.
Yeah. And so
I mean, I feel like to be fair, I feel like that's the easiest.
Okay. Oh, you mean, okay, something like when...
Like, I mean, it's literally... No, I literally mean it's the easiest to love me when I'm happy.
Oh, no, yeah, I know, exactly. Hence why I'm always trying to keep you happy. Because when you're happy, I'm happy, and then we're both happy. And then we have the giggle fits.
I mean, I have a sign in the front door that says, happy home, happy people, happy life.
Yes.
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 No assholes.
We've had enough of the assholes.
Yep.
I think one thing that we really appreciate about that's come out of the pandemic is like unannounced visitors. You know, it's like, and that's why you had to get. That's why you cracked me up when you showed me what you had ordered, and it was like what did you text first? Doormat.
Yep.
That is so hilarious.
I need to repaint it, actually. But yeah, no. Like, no, you were not showing up at my house unannounced.
Yeah, can't
It's
do
unnecessary.
that. You freak out the animals because they're not used to like a lot of people coming in and out.
They don't like that.
No.
Especially during the pandemic. Like, that is one area where I am sad that we backslid, is their socialization, because we used to have people over like once every couple weeks or so. Yeah. Like, we had friends once upon a time. So he just doesn't know like what to do with himself.
Yeah, definitely have to work on that. I mean, I've been doing wonderfully training Smudge to be social.
Ah, yes.
You see how like complete strangers.
Yeah, she is.
She'll come up and like sniff them, and like the handyman came over to give me a quote, and first time he's ever shown up. He's like standing there talking to me, blah blah, in the foyer, and there's like, I look down and there's like Smudge going like sniffing his boot. Like, who are you?
Smudge let your kid pick her up, like the first time she met them.
I think there's like there's a genetic sort of like
genetic smell.
Maybe
smells your DNA.
No, I think that's the thing. I think she really sensed that
they put you at ease.
That this person here is like really part of just me, so she felt super comfortable with them, which made me so happy.
That your kids got along.
Yes, my biological child, human, and my biological cat, you know, for meeting for the first time, they like, and TBH, they bonded instantly.
They slept together.
What the hell? Seriously, what the hell? How'd that happen?
Smudge got herself locked in there and then was just like, oh, there's a person to sleep with.
There's a one person. I think it was more than that. If she didn't want to sleep with whoever's in that bed,
she would have made it known.
Yes, she would. But it would always sound plaintive, like.
I mean, she even does it at our bedroom door if she's like, hey, I need to poop.
Yeah.
And she does. She goes and then comes right back. But it is, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to poop.
So I haven't answered the question still, have I?
Well, what about when it's not so easy?
Yeah.
I would have to say, like, the easy one. I love you the most when you're excited.
Yeah.
Like, when you're whether it's about a project or designing something, or
You mean I'm not like a lump of flesh just like pulsating on the couch, holding a clicker and a. I never call it a clicker. Why did I just call it a clicker? Oh, Jesus Christ! No, it's called a fucking TV remote. Oh God. Oh, we actually call it the Roku remote. No, we never call it the Roku remote. What are we talking about?
What is wrong with you?
I'm trying to embellish
our lives. You're trying to make it a little bit nicer.
It's a little fancier. But essentially it's a crack den.
It's a fucking remote. We're still at the crack house on the block.
We are.
Just with
God.
a coat of paint. Well,
Yeah.
half of one anyway.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I've got all the stuff here, from my parents as they moved back to town, and so a household of their stuff, filling up our place.
Our household.
Yeah, so
we have a week to prep for
our big Memorial Day
our
yard sale.
yard sale situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love you the most when you're excited, just because like it's infectious when you're like excited and passionate about something.
Yeah.
And you know me, I will listen to you talk for hours about whatever it is you're excited about.
So my goal is to find something that you don't want me talking about all the time. No, I'm not going to push that.
I mean, that you know what happens when I'm just okay. All right, sounds good.
Whatever.
I mean, I still try to like answer your bid, but you're not always gonna get the most involved answer. I try to not just ignore your bid, and I know sometimes you read like me pausing the TV as like, and I'm sure sometimes I do get huffy, but like it's more of I want to listen to what you're saying, and I can't like.
Yeah. Well, in tough times, I would say I love you the most when you show up. You show up and get involved, and in a positive way. Generally it's like me melting down, and then you like, saying like it's like, are we okay? We're gonna do this and this and that. I think I do that for you sometimes too.
Yeah.
And
we try to step up for each other when the other is having a difficult time.
And also when you like fix me snacks and stuff. You bring me snacks.
Snacks. like snacks.
I'm no different than our fur babies. You must give Papa Bear the snacks.
I just like snacks.
Snacks. Need more snacks and beer. No, I don't drink that much beer anymore.
We don't drink anymore, really.
My water cup. Refill my water cup, please.
We're just gonna be a household of things that meow for our needs.
Oh, God. Yeah, all the time. All the time. All right. Well, with that.
Well, I still as far as when it's not so easy. No, just like I'm trying to think of like how to word it.
Without what?
Not
Making
like
me go fly off the handle?
Oh yes, yes. Let me
Start
move.
raging?
Yeah, let me move things so you can't throw stuff at the walls. We have never once thrown things in this household.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
When my drinking days. My drinking / working days. Because drink equal work equal drink.
Yeah. So now we don't work, now we don't drink.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I work at a candy store now. I have so much joy.
Don't you ever get sick of the smell?
No.
Okay, because like I feel like if you're working at like a Taco Bell or something, don't you think you would get sick of the smell of tacos every day? Every day?
If you worked in that, like, do I come home smelling like chocolate? Like, really?
I don't mind.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I carry it home.
No.
Like, yeah, when we're making toffee, it smells really good, but I don't feel like it sticks to me or like, and it's not a heavy smell. It's nothing unlike, scented candles, most people have around their houses.
See, now for me, I don't want you to like to take it like I want you to do this or anything. But when I would ever go out to work, and whenever I came home, I always had to like, because when you go to work, you're dressed up, and you're dressed in a way that you won't necessarily be around home. So when I come home, I would immediately have to shower and put on like my comfy shorts. In my, my sleeveless tee, and it's not a tee anymore if it's sleeveless, is it? Because it's just an eye.
It's a sleeveless shirt.
It's an eye. It's no longer a tee. Anyway, what was I saying? I totally forgot.
Oh, I think you're talking about how you shower when you come home as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
and I typically don't after work.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like I don't get close to people. I literally don't feel any dirtier
Yeah.
than I did like I came out of the shower
That's
before I
true.
went to work.
Well, you could like changing your comfy clothes.
And I do at some point. It's just I typically need to work my spoons back up.
Well, you could just go to your room, lie down until you get your spoons back, and then come out
Yeah, but
wearing
then
your.
what happens when I fall asleep in my bedroom, or when I
I can wake you up.
when
you
I
know
just
that.
like eventually forget that that's what I'm doing and start cleaning my room and
You don't come out for like an hour and a half. I'm like, what the hell? You're like organizing your closet.
yeah, exactly.
That'll happen. All right. That was good.
Oh, but
What?
I still haven't. We were talking about
Oh
flying.
my God! You keep avoiding the subject.
You were the one that caught us off guard
I'm sorry. That was it.
because you were talking about flying off the handle. Like when it's not as easy as I love you the most when we're around your parents, because sometimes that's a really hard person to love.
You love me most
Yep.
when we're around my parents.
Yep. Because you do. You turn into a very interesting version of you.
I turn into a 12-year-old. So here's the deal, Mike. I stopped living with my dad from the age of 12.
Mm-hmm.
He got a gig in Korea, and I remember he called us. And he was talking to us and was saying like, yeah, it's a big opportunity, blah blah blah. It'd be great for my career. And I'm 12, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. And he was gonna go be a president of his alma mater in Korea. He goes, but I have to live here most of the time. I was like, okay. And so I remember we sent a telegram. I don't know why, but that was a thing. I'm so fucking old. Why did we say? No, it wasn't. No, wait, it was a Western Union. Is that a telegram? Western Union. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because remember this message had like stop and end or something like that. Oh, fuck.
Like, I'm just.
I'm feeling really old right now.
Like I've heard of these in movies.
Anyway.
I think I remember it in Balto.
Anyway, it said like, dear name of husband, father, we're very, very excited for you and happy for you, and then your family, and then like I got to add something at the end, like, go for it. No, end. I thought it was cool. We saved a copy of it. I don't know who has it now. It's probably gone.
Might be in one of those boxes out there.
I hate myself when I'm around my parents because I feel like I regress because they know what buttons to push on me. And it's always the facial hair. I'm pretty damn old. I have such
You're kind of a grown ass adult.
don't be asking me to shave my beard. What is this, Disneyland? I think they're allowing that now. Facial hair, yeah? Like a mustache or in Disneyland.
For cast members?
Yes.
I forget.
No.
They do have a very stringent dress code, yes.
Yes. Okay.
And especially if you're a face character.
Oh, for sure. All right. I think that was a good session. Or whatever. Good episode, definitely.
Yeah. Right.
With that, we are the Weirdos Next Door. We appreciate you listening. Do check us out, Weirdos Online. And we're Weirdos on Facebook, and we're all over. But just go to weirdosonline.com, and I'll go to our link tree and put you with all the stuffs. Use some swag. So we're always making more swag, too. If you got ideas, share it with us. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Smash your social mores with the weirdos next door.